I'm finally leaving and need advice. I have been in a decade-long relationship with my BF. I discovered he cheated on me with multiple people the entire time. I knew about one affair he had with a coworker several years ago. That was one of the most difficult things I had to overcome. Last night I saw messages to a new girl. He's telling her he can't wait to see her, spoil her, travel the world with her. I started digging deeper and went down a rabbit hole of serial cheating and blatant lies. I'm done. I'm already apartment hunting. He leaves on a business trip, actually verified, not an excuse to see AP in a few days. I was planning on moving out while he's gone. My question is, how scorched earth do I go? I'm not in a good place mentally right now, and I can't tell if my ideas are good or bad. When do I tell him I'm leaving? While he's on his work trip? Not at all? Note or no note? If I leave a note, I need it to sting. Possible options are: comprehensive list all APs I know of, screenshots of estimating AP's letter detailing how I feel and what I know. There is a pretty good chance he will lose his absolute asset over me leaving. How do I minimize possible fallout he could cause with my family? We are not married and have no kids. Anything I need to take into consideration legally? What do I do about furniture we split 50-50 when it was purchased? How do I recover emotionally, mentally? In some of the messages I saw, he was justifying seeing other people because I'm too vanilla. This is extremely painful for me because all the things he said he wanted to did with other people are things I have brought up bringing into the bedroom before. He categorically turned down anything new I tried to introduce, and made me feel guilty for even bringing it up. Like I was dirty for wanting it. We literally only have time in the same two positions every ducking time at his insistence. Anything else you can impart at this time would be helpful. I am not telling anyone I'm leaving until he's officially out of town, so I don't have an emotional support system ATM. Edit. Thank you so much everyone for your input. I did not expect to receive such an outpouring of support from strangers. You've made me feel confident I'm making the right decision. I've already applied for an apartment, and I set up an appointment to view it tomorrow. I'll post an update once everything is over if anyone is interested. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, so sorry this happened to you. I think you should ghost him. When he leaves, pack everything and move out, block him. Don't answer him again, don't tell him or anyone he associates with where you're going. Keep the circle small. That will really stick it to him. I know of someone who do that and they said it was the best decision they ever made. Op answer, I like this plan. I only worry about him trying to reach me through my family, and I don't want to drag them into drama. Do you think I'm being overly worried about that? Edit. He has some stuff stored at my parents' place. One of my concerns is getting it out and somewhere else without tipping him off. Redditor 2, 1. Block him on everything. 2. If able to print off the message that he'd been sending to other girl and make multiple for family and friends. 3. Scorch the earth with him. Don't let him ever be a blip in your memories. 4. Find the support network or family then friends that are on your side. 5. If you don't want the stuff in the place you share, just leave it because it will be a memory of it. 6. You come first. Nothing else matter. Look forward and never look over your shoulder again. Op answer, thank you. 6 made me start crying. I haven't put myself first in a long time. Redditor 3, sorry this happened. Unfortunately you are not alone. First off, how is your support network where you live, friends and family there to help you? Op answer, I have family nearby. I've been holding off on telling them about this though, because I want my BF to be out of town when I tell them. BF has no idea I know currently. I'd like to keep it that way until he's out of town at least. He can react quite aggressively when emotional. Update, I'm finally leaving and need advice. Update. Thank you everyone who gave me advice on my original post. It really helped me feel like I was making a good decision in leaving my partner. I pretended like everything was normal until I dropped off my BF at the airport. Immediately after dropping him off, I went straight to my parents' house and told them everything. They were very supportive and backed me up on every decision I wanted to make. They broke the news to my siblings for me, who also rallied behind me in the most incredible way. Within days of him leaving, I had the keys to my new apartment in a new city, and shortly after my family helped me move in. I continued to pretend that everything was normal as I did not want him to come home early. I only took things I could claim I paid for 100% per the advice I was given here. I also left him a note on the counter that just had a list of names of all known APs. At the bottom of the paper, I asked him to make arrangements to get his toolbox out of my parents' garage. I originally wanted to put the toolbox in a storage unit for 30 days, as that was also some advice I got here. I made the mistake of being honest with the owner, however, and he refused service because he did not want to be involved in a dispute. He also told me that I would be the one on the hook for continued payments if he failed to grab his stuff. So just some advice for anyone in a similar situation: maybe don't tell them why you need the unit, and just be aware if it's your name on the lease, you are responsible for all payments. The day he was due to fly home, I told him his mom needed to be the one to pick him up from the airport. By this time he could definitely tell something was up and kept asking me what was going on. Around the time I knew he was landing, I sent a text to his current AP with a single screenshot of their conversation and the message, "He's all yours, good luck." Probably a little petty, but I couldn't help myself. I never got a reply. When he got home, he exploded just as I predicted he would. He tried to deny everything and even said he's never cheated on me, which is pretty rich considering I knew about his co-worker AP a few years ago. I sent him screenshots of all the relevant conversations, and it turned into him begging me to talk to him in person. I ended up blocking him. His friend reached to me a few hours later because there was concern he had self-harmed. I unblocked him to call him, and he didn't answer. They called the police, who did a welfare check. He hadn't self-harmed, but he was having anxiety attacks, something he is prone to. He called me and we talked for about an hour until he calmed down. He was begging me to come home, and was absolutely shocked when I told him I wasn't going to do that as I've already moved into my own place. He tried to tell me that I'm blowing this completely out of proportion, and I shouldn't end this over just words. I told him I couldn't marry someone I don't trust. There was more begging to reconsider, but when I wouldn't budge, he ended the call. Yesterday I got a single "I love you" text which I didn't reply to. I haven't heard anything else. I do have concerns about him self-harming. This is something he has struggled with before. I don't know that I could ever move on if he killed himself over this, even if me leaving was what was best for me. I'm hoping he will seek out help and it won't come to that. Now I'm working on picking up the pieces and rebuilding my life. This has been the most emotionally painful thing I have ever done, and I'm searching for the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been listening to the book Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life, which has brought me some comfort. I think I also could benefit from therapy. If anyone has suggestions on how to find a good therapist, I'd be open to it. This has been an amazing community to get support from. I'm so grateful to everyone who reached out. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, good for you, learn from it and I wish you the best for this new chapter of your life. Redditor 2, I'm glad you moved out and can now start healing. Now that you are free from his lies and emotional abuse, individual therapy can help you navigate this new stage. About the possibility of him self-harming, is there any way for you to contact his parents or a family member? He's holding you hostage with the threat of self-harm. He's also manipulating you into being the carer for his mental health. You need to focus on your own mental health, not his. He's no longer your responsibility. He created this problem. He has to deal with the consequences without your support. He didn't care about you or your mental health when he was cheating and lying to you. I think you need to pass the responsibility to someone else, and block him again. The friend that called you, Call him back and tell him that being involved is damaging to your mental health because of the cheating and emotional abuse trauma. Tell him that he can either go take care of him himself, find someone else, or take him to an inpatient facility to make sure your ex doesn't hurt himself. You have to set clear boundaries and enforce them. You can't let your ex or his friends put this responsibility on you. You can't let your ex use his mental health to manipulate you and prevent you from moving on with your life. You deserve to move on. You deserve to heal, to repair your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. You deserve to be happy. Op answer: thank you for taking the time to read and reply to my post. I agree that his emotional stability cannot rely on me anymore. His friend actually already reached out to his parents and sister at my request. I gave them their phone numbers. His friend was incredibly understanding about me not wanting to be the communication channel. As for being manipulated by all this, that's a little tougher for me to swallow. It could be I've been in this for so long that it's hard for me to see what is manipulation and what is sincere. I have witnessed his mental health issues firsthand, and I do know they are real. I also can't turn off my feelings for him like a switch, so I'm having a hard time with all of this. Redditor 3, good for you. I remember your story and I think you commented you are a very strong woman and I commend you for that. Nice job. Glad you family rallied around you. Awesome. As for his self-harm, if his parents and friends are aware they can handle it, it is best for you to not look back because he will continue to guilt you, etc. He may have panic attacks and such and may threaten, but he seems like the type of guy who loves himself too much and thinks very highly about himself, so I doubt he wants to end it. So, here is to you in your new life. Congrats. Op answer: thank you so much. I remember you posting on my original post, it meant so much to me. I'm going to do my best to keep moving forward and not looking back.